All right, all right. I am back. I am back. Now I might just delete this stream just now. All right, guys. So I am back. So I lost my train of thoughts. Of course, was having fun watching Moran's yesterday. So, all right. So let's kind of like speculate a little bit here on what Jimmy's gonna do moving forward, right? Now, my angle is always kind of stay a little bit underhyped until that price point, right? That's my philosophy. I know people are hyped up and all that stuff, but let's tame less expectation much better than to have a lot of expectation and then it never come to fruition, right? But as far as like the balance sheet, we all know that the balance sheet is doing well with Jimmy. I'm gonna talk a little bit about other play that they're trying to get you to buy into anyway too. So you've been in this company for a long time. You wouldn't be sway, but for the newcomers out there, please be careful on those type of things. Okay, but before I speculate on what Jimmy's gonna do, but hold on, let me see if anybody comes back. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I try to reset my my modem here. So let's see if that come back. Okay, yes. Okay, let's pop this back up. Still here. Thank you, Michael. Appreciate your support, by the way. I know sometimes like my speculation, or I'm sorry, my way of delivery is not quite as exciting. I mean, it's just my personality. Like sometimes, hey, you need to tame expectation a little bit. I do get hyped up too. Don't get me wrong. Like, of course, it's a good news for the company that we've been investing in for a long time. And the thesis has been, correct. And every step of the way, people would love to tell you, oh, you're dumb. Oh, you're stupid. Oh, you're just getting into this company because of the meme and all that stuff, right? A lot of comments that's being said that way. So, but let's go with, what was I doing here? Okay, here we go. So the trading view, I know that's a lot of gap up to kind of like look for the level of support. But I think we're going higher, honestly. Like, I don't think they could drop it down to 15. But if so, I mean, hey, more share for us, right? So that level, again, perhaps this is the support that we needed. It's a pretty strong support too, it seems like, right? The minute it reaches, not even reaching that particular level, it bounces off right away. So it's kind of like breaking this trend line, like right there. So moving forward, I'm sure after our open, they're gonna wig us down, right? To try to like that, or just bounce off. Right. So that's another possibility too. So if you look at up here, like a daily candle right here, right? Look at that. Oh, there's a lot of gap up here. So gap tends to fill at some point, right? There's 80 and 90% chance of it being filled. So that's the whole freaking gap right there that they left there. So I'm sure it's gonna magnetize towards that level right there. $27, and then there's also another gap up here. $39. So yeah, we're inching towards that. Again, I don't know if it's gonna be a week or two or a day. With this excitement, I'm sure it's probably gonna feel within a day right there. And then also, for this one, look at the gap. One day. Oops, sorry. I don't know why I did that. There we go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 days. It takes 10 days to fill that gap right there when it was formed. So it might be another 10 days before it goes up to 27. So what is the moral of the story? Buy now or forever hold your peace. Not a financial advice, but just saying. So, all right. So my price level is right here. So anything below, remember, I used to have 22. Anything below 22, I'm going to add the same amount. So now it's going to go up to 40. Anything below 40, I'm going to add the same amount. And then 50. Why 50? I might even raise that a little bit higher, but I'm going to slow my buying rates right there. So from here to here, I'm going to slow my buying rate. And 65 is when I stop buying up here. Again, this is my long-term bag here, okay? Now, as far as the trading account, I'm planning to kind of try to get some of that price action. Not sure how rational that is, but it's just my strategy. And then, of course, if GV ever come back down on Earth, I will hold this company for a long term as well. So we'll come back to buy the companies back at some point, after the price drop. Again, this is me speculating about the short squeeze, the MOAS type thing, okay? The theory of MOAS. But I think the MOAS is going to be a decade-long battle here. I don't know. Again, I'm not trying to scare anyone. But if you are not willing to hold for at least a decade, you might not even see the potential of this company, right? There's a lot of ammunition that this company could employ, and currently it's just the start. This is just the start of the company being better at what they're doing, right? Revenue is going to increase at some point, depends on what they're buying into or acquiring. And so it's hard to speculate on what they are buying, right? And whatever Ryan Cohen's going to buy or the board of directors going to buy, it's going to be a good thing. I trust this board of director and leadership. People said blindly, sure. Sure, but there's evidence to back him up, right? For 3 years, this leadership has never diluted the stock in a way that is irresponsible, right? But people would love you to think that. For some reason, comparing this company to AMC many a time, and there are still people, to this day, with this particular proof, data, and every single step of the way, the action of the board of director, the actions of Ryan Cohen in this company has been nothing but superb, right? The response, the way that they are conducting themselves, and taking care of shareholders. Yes, there's some dilution here, but for us, for the right reason, right? Not to pattern up the pockets of executive. No, they're trying to build a business that is much better than it used to be, right? At the very least, I could say that. At the very least, these people should say that. And we saw this coming 3 years ago, right? Or a couple of years ago, even for this particular, cash burn. We understood that there are some things, some business ventures, some, like one in particular, obviously, they would love you to to say, NFT marketplace is not going to play. Well, NFT marketplace is about to come back onto the shelf. No, I'm kidding. I don't know, but my speculation has always been this way, where the platform has already been built, and it's just the regulatory clarity that they need to. Now, there's been a development on ETF. ETH ETF just got approved. So what do you think? There's some legitimacy in that particular space now, right? And so with that legitimacy, now I don't know, again, they just approved the ETF. They didn't say, oh, ETH is not a security, therefore it shouldn't be. Or ETH is a security, therefore it shouldn't be traded. And so if ETH is said to be a security, they haven't make that law clear yet. They just approve. So the appearance of ETH is not a security is, I guess, is a good direction, right? So my thought is that if ETH is legalized or somehow is by law is not a security, then anything that is kind of related to ETH, which is Loopring, right? Who's Loopring? It's the platform that GME used for their NFT marketplace, right? So of course GME is going to be able to kind of stand to benefit that. But again, this is just me speculating on the long term, what that arms of business is going to play out. Even without that, we're still doing well, right? And again, these are the growth factor that people are not really thinking about quite yet. And hi, Michael. What's good for Ryan Cohen is good for us. I genuinely feel that Ryan cares about all of the loyal, like GME, the OG too, like the people that have been here for a long time and buy and hold and, kind of not questioning. I know people said blindly, right? But I think we have a reason to do that. We have a reason to buy, hold, and then never sell type thing. I get that. But I think, it's, as retail, we were naive into the market structure behind closed door, what's happening. And so we tend to be like, okay, I don't care what price or whatever, right? But sometimes, buying at support kind of makes sense, because then we're not, overextending ourselves. We should have had 3 shares instead of 1, right? And so, but if you have the ability to do that, you don't care about, you already have your expenses taken care of, and you just like, again, doing it just to support the company. But keep in mind though, if the price of the stock does not support the bottom line of the company. That's what people don't realize. Like, well, yes, the price will go up for shareholder, but if you don't shop at the company, if the company doesn't make money right here, right, this revenue doesn't come in, then the company is not going to do well, right? So of course we're going to have to support the company moving forward. I have my sorry, my voice is just going crazy. Hey Lynn, good morning, happy holiday. Yeah, 3 days weekend. Hopefully you guys are doing well. Hello, long time GB holder. Been holding since the initial squeeze. Oh wow, in 2021 and the run up. I found out about you through Moran. Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Welcome. I'm not as animated, as great as Moran's, but he's always like mentioned my channel, and always very appreciative of him. Of course, my inspiration comes from him as well. The reason why I take a look at GME, honestly, with the balance sheets and all that stuff, was because of him. Yeah. So I feel so lucky to find his channel. And then, of course, before that, I was investing in AMC, and he was the one that kind of like made me change the way that I, invest. So yeah, this channel was inspired by him, actually. Keep fighting for the good fight and spreading information. Thank you. Stay diamond handed. I know, actually. Hodl, yeah. That particular phrase, hodl, right? It comes from the crypto uh, community. It was coined by them, right? And it was a fun time. Obviously, I don't know how much of that is being used against us as well, right? As a retail investor. So they would love you to hold some shitty coin out there, right? Not having any utility. And so, again, the crypto space, I know the technology is so vast and it's so important to have. Some coins, yes, it's very very good for you to own, at least, right? Again, my speculation. That's why I have XRP. That's why I have a loop ring. That's why I have Stellar Lumen, right? Again, just based on my limited understanding of the crypto space in general, and the fact that GME has a little tiny portion of their business that could come from the NFT space too. That was my initial draw as well, that the growth size of thing. I knew it was going to be challenging because of the regulatory clarity and unsure of everything. But, we gave a stab at it. But I think it's still a viable business arm to go into. Did I mention? Oh, wait, what? Lynn, what happened? A $25,000 loan. No, what happened? Marantz is inspirational to us, of course. Okay, 20. I definitely wouldn't be here without Marantz. For real. Of course, yes. Are you loaning $25,000 just to get into GME? I would not suggest that. I was tempted myself. I was gonna borrow some from SoFi. I was like, should I? Of course, I did not. I have to stay true to, I put away what I could put away. I'm not going to kind of overextend myself in that sense. The only loan I have right now is my car loan. And at some point, I want to pay my car off in that sense. So I could free some money in order to, put more away. But again, this is if there's a run up or anything like that I could kind of quickly, have some amount in which I could be like, okay, let me just pay my car off and then kind of vacation a little bit here, because it's been 3 years. Come on, like I feel like I deserve that. So again, how high is it going to go if there is indeed, the short squeeze coming? I have no idea, honestly. This thing is kind of a wild ride journey and all that stuff. If it comes to fruition, good on us, right? We've been accumulating like crazy, and people are going to kind of. I think the media is going to have a blast on the way that they cover GameStop at that time. Oh look, the market crash is due to these meme people. Okay, sure, right. That's probably right. Did you borrow $25,000 to put into GME stuff? Lynn, you better answer that question. Might be irresponsible of you to do. Don't over leverage yourself. Yes. Yes, I agree with that. 100%. Yes. Of course, we're all tempted, right? We're all tempted about, because we're so convicted in this leadership. And in my personal life too, I talk about GME all the time. And of course, like people that I know got so tired of it. I'm just like, oh man, this is such a good company. And, but people don't listen sometimes. But they'll come to know it, I'm sure they're gonna be the one who buy GME at $1,000, and at some point they'll be like, "Oh, what? GME is $1,000? That's FOMO in, like, it's gonna go higher. It's gonna go higher." And then when they lose money, they blame it on Ryan Cohen or GME. It's a scam. Like, okay, well, where were you when it was $10? No, nobody. It's like nobody wants to buy it when it was $10 right here. Right? Nobody wants to buy it here. No one. But then when it goes up here, then people are like, when can I get in? Oh my God, it's going higher. Like, oh really 75? Oh, it's going higher. So again, these are the chase. People are chasing this, and of course, man, this is why, again, like, you need to understand how this stock trade before you get in and get burned. Okay, might be the best loan ever. Michael, we don't have enough money to cause the crash. It's going to be big companies and hedge funds that cost everything. Yes, of course. I mean, I think the narrative has already been said that, oh, these meme stock people, who are they taking money? It's not Gabe's money. It's pension. It's teacher pension funds. So, how is it my problem? Like, what does teacher pension fund has to do with shorting a company? I mean, the whole reason for capitalism is to gain some capital from the public in order to make better business. No? Why are you using some funds to bankrupt the company? So that's what I don't understand. How is that legal? And if they're able to do it, quote unquote, legally, then it's a problem, right? Then no wonder every single company that has something of value to offer couldn't survive. Like, the good guys always somewhat, was not paying attention to. But again, we all know the manipulations and all that stuff to try to get the masses who doesn't understand anything about this company to go against the company, even though it's a good company, to at least add to your portfolio, right? And so that's just my perspective here on the, who are they going to blame for the market crash? And I bet you anything, it's going to be us. Oh, see, look, GME is at $1,000. This is why the market is so terrible. It's like, these people deserve to lose everything that they have or whatever. Like, bullshit. We're just investing in the company. Great leadership, and the company that is going to make a lot of money. Whatever. So, anyway, sorry. We'll be sitting at an all-time high, the same. Okay, sorry. What just happened? The same time next year. Oh, okay. That's a good to know. Good to know. We are just along for the ride. 100, yes. 80 retest is going to happen before the year's up. Oh, great. Any irresponsibility? Wait a minute. Irresponsible. Really irresponsible. Okay. Let's learn from Lynn over here. I took a 25,000 loan when the price hit my 11s. Okay. I know, I remember you were looking for that price point. $10, okay? At 8% off my life. What's it? EFF? Or off my life? 8%, at 8%. Use it to buy it at $11.50. Then GME went down to $10. I almost pulled out, but oh man, when it hit 18, I paid it back. Oh shit. Oh, that was a close call. That was a close call in. I am glad you did not. You did not cash out at $10. Whew, my heart just, but yeah, congratulations. So now you have 40% more, right? Like, that's good. Hey, but no, don't do that again. Don't do that again. Yes, but it's okay for them to take our retail money for decades and decades. Yes, okay. They mess with the wrong people and they mess with the wrong company. Yeah, I mean, I think thank goodness to Ryan Cohen, right? I think he understands how the game is played, so to speak. And I think, he's probably was naive as well when going to Bed Bath and Beyond. I think that's when he knew the exact playbook, right? And so of course he's going to do everything he can to protect, GameStop at all costs. And and of course, like smartly, like in a smart way to kind of safeguard the company health and well-being. And not only setting up to survive this crash or whatever this economy throwing at us, but also to thrive when people are dying left and right, right? And there's a lot of room, much more room to run in this particular play, because when I say play, I mean like, investment. Because like I said, there's endless possibility that Jimmy could go into. Like I thought about commercial real estate, right? What if, just like McDonald's, right? We become a franchise of some sort that we're just like collecting rent from whoever franchisee, right? Of course, we're taking advantage of the franchisees, right? But the actual company itself could technically do that. But of course, this is just my speculation, and I'm sure Ryan Cohen could do much better than that. And then also too, I thought about, the trading card somewhat kind of morph into an NFT type of things. Since we already have the platform, and if, the crypto space is open up to the general public, I'm sure the company will build on top of that. And I've always had that inclination ever since they closed it down a little bit due to, regulation. And so my thought on that, remember the trading card that we're buying right now, the stuff that we aren't able to sell perhaps will accrue in value at some point, right? Currently, again, like people don't have the money to slush around or anything like that. So that trading card could become valuable in 10, 15 years from now. And let's say one of them costs $100,000 and retail wants to get in on the thing, and NFT becomes, well known. Back then, we could technically mint it on the blockchain, and then people could freaking, I don't know, my mind just go crazy on that one too. And so again, speculation here, until we see all the filings and all that stuff. But currently, the fact that we have $2 billion in cash, it's a lot. They have a lot of freaking, and even if they don't do anything, I mean, think about it. If they don't do anything, they still make money from the marketable security. So, yeah, such a strong company. Okay, so I got free shares. I recommend anyone not to do it. So stressful. I know, right? Lynn, I was tempted to do it as well, but not 25. I was like tempted to borrow $5,000 at 10% rate from SoFi. And it was like, okay, I probably could pay this off. And the price was around, I think, $10. Yeah, it was $10. And it was only like right here. I was tempted as well. I was like, oh man, this is such a golden opportunity here if I had the money. Of course, now thank goodness too, back here, I got my settlement from Celsius. Right here. So the settlement, it was very timely. So my cost average back here was a lot lower. So a whole chunk of my portfolio, my new one, is in there around that range. So of course I'm in the green right now. So very thankful that I was able to scoop that up at that price. Of course, I'm sure this will be another opportunity. You know, I'm not as hyped yet until I see the price going berserk. Until I see the number on the screen, then I'll be like, okay, this is true. This is real. So for now, again, anything could happen. Come opening, they could drop us back down here to try to, again, shake some more retail out. My prediction is that when they do the earnings report, they're gonna run that headline of GME, look, their revenue is much way down, even though we already knew, right? Look at that. GME, do this. Look. Come from here to here. What is that? What is that percentage? Let me see. Let's do that right quick. From here to here. No, that's the wrong thing to do. Sorry. Let's do here. Divided by here. And times that by 100. What the hell? What? Oh, sorry. My bad. Actually, there you go. It's already in percentage. The 1 minus 1. There you go. Okay. Down by 6%. Okay, that's what it. Let's do this right. Okay. So I'm sure the headline's going to be, GME top line revenue down by declining by 6%, another 6%. Never mind that they are, you know, positive, net positive of $20 million, right, from that revenue decline. So again, people who've been, you know, believing in the narrative from the social medias and from the mainstream media, is going to see that and see that, oh yeah, this company doesn't make any money, you know, even though they do make money based on that. So that means the profit margin is better. You know, the operating expenses is better. They have been successful at turning this company around. So that's the official story for Gamestop, the truth that they don't want you to know about, right? Now, as far as the $2 billion, let's see. So my thought here is that they could use that headline right there to drop the price down, you know. So at least that's my dream, because I want more shares. I know it's a bit selfish. My dream is a bit selfish because I want more shares. I want more. I get paid Wednesday, so of course, you know, I would love them to do that. 15 won last time, right? And I might do what Lynn do, you know, $50,000. Saying, boom, there you go, $15. Okay. I'm just kidding, you guys. But yeah, my paycheck is going to, if I ever seen $15, it's going to go there. But yes, that's what I'm hoping. Okay, let me see. They win 99% of the time, but not this time. This time is 1% time that they lose and the 99 finally, yeah, got the real win. Yes, yes, yes. Well, people who realize it anyway, I'm sure most of the 99 will not know what this particular company does, and I hate to say, if you're not in this company, I'm sure like a lot of pension fund will lose a lot of money in that sense, and they will again blame it on GME shareholder. And again, this is my thought here. It might not be true. They will do everything they can to not lose much. That's why they have like a control squeeze or whatever method they use. We're gonna get paid. But for the people who are not believing in the social media, mainstream media about this company, they're gonna miss out big time. And worse, they're gonna lose on the other squeeze play that they are placing in front of you. So if you're new to this, hey, if you're new to GME at this particular time because you saw it in the news, it become more popular right now, please be careful, okay? Other play is going to be pushed right in front of you, just like this one right here. I just saw a guy who doesn't have that many subscribers, but he was pushing this right there. Like, oh my God, Moas, you see what I mean? Like, seriously? So this type of thing is going to be pushed. And he was doing a live stream. I don't know if it's this guy. Which one was that live stream? And there were 1,000 view or 1,000 people, or people, quote unquote. It's probably bots, right? On his live stream. I should have like saved it. But just be careful, these people are just going to pop out of nowhere and tell you, oh, this is the next GME. If it was done before, okay? Understand this. This is the play.
On January 10th, 2020.
They're trying to get you to, FOMO into it, thinking it's the same thing as GME. And then when they lose money, what do? They blame it on a GME, saying GME is a scam. Like, really? What? And again, this is why they lose the, they lost the opportunities to see what GME actually is, right? Okay. This is our company. If they want out of their negative position, they're going to have to go ahead and close them, and then they can just go along with us. Of course, they're going to switch. They will switch so quick when they're forced to do so. Right now, they feel like they're so comfortable because the price is not, again, it's not going against them yet. So when that happens, they're going to be forced to do so. Currently, they're still at the same mentality that, oh yeah, we could shake these people out at any time. Just send these people. Look at this guy, right? I'm sure he's gonna benefit from this run as well. Pumping you some other bullshit. Oh, of course this guy. Gabe trades. Of course he's back. Of course he's back. Now this guy is just a bit the reviewing dork and all that. Again, this guy. Let's listen to this guy real quick.
Go ahead and check out Faraday Futures, guys. Make sure you like, share, subscribe as we go ahead and review some of the most mentioned or trending tickers on StockTwits. All right, so we have sentiment here at 59. Now we could see 6 months ago was at 76, 61. So you could see that the attention or sentiment has faded.
Right, bullish, right?
They want Faraday Future Intelligent Electric Inc. And that is certainly a mouthful. That is not what you said yesterday, even though sometimes I wish you did. And so let's go ahead and understand what this is and who they are. They are basically a car company, and what's happening here Tuesday, May 28th, 2024 at 5 p.m. Pacific. That is going to be 8 p.m. Eastern time for those on the East Coast who want to stay up late and join in on their webcasts. They will be releasing their fourth quarter and full year 2023 earnings. All right, so that's interesting, but let's look at the car here. And this is what the car looks like. This looks like, I don't know. I mean, you guys remember
it's
the
in concept,
Dodge minivan? Yeah, I don't know. It just gives me minivan vibes, right? Really, $1,000 for, I don't know, for about the EV segment. We think about the alerts here, okay? So we got an alert here. That was to the upside on Friday, and that was trading at...
Anyway, so be careful if you're into this company. Like, make sure you understand what this company is doing. Now, I did look at the balance sheet. It's terrible. It's a terrible company. But again, like, if you get in this, don't blame it on GME if you lose the money. Like, look at this. Currently, they lost $500 million, and there's people pushing it. Institutional ownership, 3%. Owner, like insider, I'm sure they're going to cash out on this run too. Now, the float is very low. I'm sure this is why they're able to push the price up so high, because the float is so low, okay? And traders going to get wrecked on these things if you don't know what you're doing, thinking it's the next GME and something. No, there's nothing next GME anything. GME is the only thing. Almond Z, look at this, negative. So the looming bankruptcy is here, right? Like, I don't understand why people, again, well, I do understand why. Because they want you to lose money here. And so I'm sure they're going to use that money to, again, keep maintaining the price of GME at some way, right? At some point. April got laid off. Let's see. Okay, somebody's talking about GME here. But, of course, this guy. Of course, this is Financial Journey or whatever. He has another another stock. And Moran's exposed this guy already. So make sure, you got the right information from the right people. And, the only person that you should be trusting, in my opinion, you could, come up with your own conclusion here. But I think Moran's is the only true, YouTuber in this space, that actually, hey, kind of looking out for you. Now, these people, again, they're paid stock pumper, okay? They get paid to do this, and
253 is the average. So it is getting institutions' attention.
Let's look into this. Like, see, they're trying to, again, create that momentum by, posting this story. Oh, institution are getting into this.
These are some of the transactions above $100,000. So like I said, big money is buying into Faraday. So of course I see that as somewhat positive. And I feel like institutions are looking at it today because of what Faraday put out over this last weekend.
Or maybe institution is trying to pump up the price, right? Alongside with GME in order to say to people like, look, it's all memes. Like, look, this company doesn't make any money, just like GME. It's like, really?
And that is this right here. So Faraday Future announces fourth quarter and full year 2023 earnings webcast timing. So it is slated for May 28th, 2024 at 5 p.m. And so when it comes down to their earnings, that was one of the 3 deficiencies with the NASDAQ. So obviously by them submitting it, they're going to be quashing that deficiency. So clearly the market is seeing that as a very positive sign. And as what I brought up, even though institutions are looking at it, a lot of the volume being done is algorithmic trading. So of course, they're seeing that.
It's kind of timely too. Why are they posting their earnings? Like a little bit before GME shareholder meeting, right? Perhaps they're trying to, again, lure people in and then cash out at the top, and then use that money to pay for Gamestop run. Like, that's the only logical, thing that I'm getting out of this new play. And of course, again, like, kill 2 birds with 1 stone type thing. Not only that they get to make money off of retail on all of the other play, but also get to say that, GME is the same thing. So, and then kind of like deterring investor who doesn't know anything about this particular company quite yet, right? I'm sure they're going to find out at some way, shape or form. But before they find out, us who've been in the company for a long time knew what it is already. And hopefully they're going to have to buy it back from us at a very steep price, right? Whatever price target that you're looking for, sell it and don't ever look back if that's what you want to do, right? Of course, develop your own strategy. Don't miss out on this run either, you know. And again, nobody could expect the price to be anything, you know. Yes, you could do like technical analysis. I know Jay is very well versed on those type of thing. I get it, but nobody could predict anything, you know. This type of thing, like it's out of nowhere, right? It's seemingly out of nowhere. And so these type of volume, you know, to me, it tells me that institutions are getting in right now. Because, again, Jimmy is set up to be the company to be, right? We got it at the bottom dollar, you know, before anyone else. So, yeah, the fact that you saw it at $10 a share, oof, I'm so honored that I was there to look at this company. At that $10 per share. But anyway, they can make their losses back on the, wait, they can make their losses back on the long side over time if they're smart. Yeah, of course. And I think they are doing that. I'm sure the call option in June is to kind of get some of that money from whoever, you know, what is it? The option traders, right? People who are like short this company, they're going to try to buy put option, right? Think about this again. This is why I don't care if people are buy, sell, hold, or whatever, because this is inevitable. I think all of these market participant is going to push the price higher. The people who are shorting, including retail, I'm sure if they don't understand the balance sheet, the day traders of the world out there, they are going to get wrecked because they think that, oh, all I have to do is just buy put. My put is printing, right? Up here, they're dancing on the grave right here, right there. It's like, oh, look, my put is printing, right? Not knowing, it's like, okay, if you don't take profit right now, you might not see it at some point, right? So again, the bear and the bull, the call option buyer, the put option buyer is going to send the price, the actual price of this company higher. How high? I don't know. Again, depends on how much volume coming in that regard. Option chain. I haven't looked at the option chain. Let me see. And so that gamma ram thing is really real, really real. But I just want to tame my excitement a little bit. Of course, that call option, if I had held it until today, I would have had like double my money already. But, you know, I'm not sad or anything like that. It was just like a kind of, I cash out at 10%. You know, I was happy with that one. Because again, call option, I have a couple way back at $13, you guys. $13 strike price. I closed it out when the initial run right here. Let's see. Yeah, I cash it out right here. $13. I was like, oh, score. I was up, you know, about 20. Nah. All in all, because I kind of sell it in stage. I had 4 call option at the time. And I was like, okay, I'm happy with this. Very small, right? And then come to find out it went up to like 18. And then if I had held until this one, ooh, I probably would sell like 10. No, not 10,000. Close to like $5,000 per contract. Ooh, that would have been like, okay, that's pretty steep. But again, hey, this is why I have my long-term bag, because I'm not good. I'm not good at trading. I'm not good at reading all this chart here. None of it, right? And so gotta protect your asset somehow. And but yeah, so that's that. That's my ramble over there. At the end of the day, no matter what, they can't stop. Yeah, I'm holding until Hedgie cries. Free shares are always good, Sharon. Thank you. Okay. Is Sharon's here? I didn't see Sharon. Hedge Okay, Pokemon trading card NFT that will be utilized online game would be fire. Yeah, I think so. I think again, this NFT is not over. I'm sure they still have that platform on the shelf, for future endeavor, right? And technically too, they could spin that off, like spin that platform off to shareholders, GME shareholder as a dividend. Like, okay, if you own this, a spin-off, boom, now you own NFT marketplace that used to be GME too. So man, there's so many things that this company could do for shareholders, like original shareholders who have been with this company for a long time. So how many people gonna win out at the end? Who knows? It's such a great company to be in, and people are so distracted. And but hey, what can you do? You can only help a couple, and whoever's listened and resonate with the video, resonate with the company, resonate with Ryan Cohen, resonate with the base investor here who's been here for 3 years, been beaten down by the price action for some reason. For me personally, no, I've never been beaten down. I was like always saying, okay, you want me to buy more? I'll buy more. Okay. You want me to buy more? I'll buy more. Just like every paycheck that I had, always going to go into GME. And I'm glad that I've been doing that consistently and never wavered, never doubted anything. Why? Why was I so convicted? Well, let me tell you this, okay? Let me tell you something. Newbies out there, okay? This is what gave me the conviction. This right here. This. All of these numbers, see this? The improvement, the trend that they don't want you to see, right? They want you to see this trend right here, for sure, right? Because again, creating that narrative. But they don't ever mention this trend. They never highlight this trend right here. And this trend as well. This is the interest income coming from, operating income right here. So why is it negative? Revenue lower. Okay. Got lower in revenue. Okay, so this is the trend that they don't want you to see. You see that trend right there? They lose less money on the operational side. So this particular trailing 12, instead of $34 million loss in operational income or operating income, it's going to be $11. Okay, I mean $11. $11 million. So it's even less. And people would love to point out that, oh, look, they don't make money because their expenses is higher than gross profit. Okay, well, $11 million. Is that so steep? How about compared to last year, $200 million loss? Is that something not to behold, or something to be like, okay, they're doing better or worse? Better or worse, right? I mean, logically, if you listen to the media out there, you would think that this company is going under. Like, why? So, again, if you look at the balance sheet yourself and come at it at a very kind of non-objective ways, right? Of course, I'm biased now because I'm already been sold. I've been following this company since here, right? The balance sheet, sorry, where did it go? Since right here. Eh? No, sorry, right here. Right here. This is when I started my position. Hold on, let me verify real quick because I know exactly on the chart where I was right here. November something 11. That's when I start my position. Right? November. Where did it go? sometime in November. Let's just say November. Right. So when that type of balance sheet tells me that, okay, they lose some money, but what are they doing with it? See what I mean? Why are they losing or burning that cash? Well, they were doing some NFT marketplace to try to increase the revenue. Is it failing? Sure. Okay, failure. Boom. Like they're losing more money. Okay, well, let's think about, okay, but what happened? They lose money, but look, revenue was up. Did anybody was flagging about how revenue was up here? Like, oh, revenue is up, it's going to the moon now. But all of a sudden, when the revenue is down, it's like, this is the worst company. Does any mainstream media over here touting GME to the moon or no? Because look, revenue is up, right? Revenue's up, up. But they always like, look at the net profit, right? Again, they always try to find the negative in this company, right? Now, in my opinion, this doesn't matter. Like top line revenue, like they could make more money, right? But what if they lose money? Like this should be the best. I mean, this should be the metric that you should go by. Net income is the most important, not up here, right? I mean, think about this. They make top line revenue was $7 billion up here. But look at the net, right? Now, this one is goodwill value. I mean, goodwill burn, right? $1 billion loss due to goodwill value. But guess what? Back then, this right here is skewed because of the goodwill value burn. Operational costs or expenses a lot higher, $1 billion more than the gross profit. And so top line revenue is not everything. Yes, it would help the bottom line if you have a higher profit margin, which we do, right? A little bit higher, see? Gross profit margin inching by little by little, profit margin. I know a couple percentage here and there, but this is what the growing pain of building a strong balance sheet, strong company that has a runway. Now they have $2 billion. Guess what? That's not a good thing, no? I think it changed a few minds, right? So I'm curious, who's going to cover GameStop now? I heard about Jim Cramer was like, oh, congratulations, right? GameStop could be anything now. Like, no, I don't want your endorsement. I welcome it. I welcome it. So, Wedbush has increased the price target to $7, of course. So I'm curious, who's going to come and cover GameStop? Can you imagine all of a sudden now all the analysts going to be like, oh yeah, GameStop could do this. They're going to flip. They're going to flip the script, but they don't want you to see it right now. I'm sure they're going to pee-poo it for a little bit still, for another couple years until people realize, okay, now GME is going to earn $500 million. When GME earn $500 million in the net positive, they're going to be like promoting this like crazy, right? But they're not going to promote it when they haven't been accumulating, yet. Just like Bitcoin, right? The reason why they're pumping up Bitcoin right now, $150,000 is going to be seen, happening and all that stuff, is because they already accumulated back here. And this is what institutions do all the time. To try to, again, retails was selling over here. They're telling you resell to sell over here. Okay? It's like, oh, some ominous things that happens. And then now they're pumping it up. Like, oh, it could reach $1 million. Oh, it's going to be this crazy. But again, if you understand the psychology, or your own psychology, you wouldn't be, you stand to gain. of course, my own analysis prevent me from adding more. And I in fact, I sold over here. But again, like I thought, okay, this half cycle over here, but I'm sure this is institutional pumping over here because they're already accumulating way over here. Remember Larry Fink, the Black Rock guy? Yeah, BlackRock, not Blackstone. Blackstone is a different one. BlackRock, okay? He was the one that say, "Oh yeah, we were interested in Bitcoin 2 years ago." Okay, but the price was already here. So 2 years ago, that means he'd been accumulating right here. So again, that's why they pumped it up. So the same way with GME, eventually the new media, the same person, the Yahoo Finance of the world, okay, the CNBC of the world, they're gonna flip the script, okay? And when that happens, it's already too late for you to get in already. So just be aware. That's the strategy. Hoop and scoop, pump and dump. Understand that. So. And then, of course, Roaring Kitty. It's like, really? Roaring Kitty is the guy that caused this thing? No. He already did the research, and he was the one that gave us this ability. But anyway, just me. There will be a reckoning for the short hedge fund. Yeah. I mean, I know. It never feels good to me to kind of dancing on somebody's grave, but I can't help but doing that with all these people been kind of wrecking the whole economy, doing the backdoor dealing. But I think it's the responsibility of the lawmaker as well. So they couldn't do this by themselves, honestly. So it's a whole responsibility of the whole system here that allow them to do that. So I've got to think of it that way because, again, in my opinion, they cannot do this by themselves. They have to have some, thick connection out there that we're not privy to. But as far as like GameStop, we do have thick connection as well. I'm sure Ryan Cohen knows a lot of billionaires out there, a lot of millionaires out there that hate the same system that we're living in, and kind of do actively want to change for the better, for the betterment of society, for the betterment of the world, for the betterment of, Americans in general. We've been complacent, right, as Americans. Sometimes I feel, I could speak for myself, that, we've been kind of comfortable for a bit, and we haven't been aware of what's going on in the political landscape, right? We always vote the wrong people into power. Now, of course, hey, this is going to be political here. But I'm neither, I'm not associated with any party, but I am independent right now, registry. But the only reason why is because I like I like him. I used to be Democrat. The reason why I was registered as Democrat at that time was because I like Bernie Sanders. Again, politically aligned with people who are trying to actively change the status quo, right? That's what I'm here for. And again, this is why I like Ryan Cohen, resonate with Ryan Cohen, the way that he leads. At least he's trying to change the landscape of corporate America, how corporate America should be, run to benefit the public, to benefit, shareholder, people who've been loyal to the company. How about people who are working for the company and all that stuff, right? Again, those things matter because we don't see any of the other CEO does this. Any other board of director does this, right? The fact that the board of director spend their own money, to buy into the company rather than, taking out of the shareholder equity in order to, for their knowledge of just sitting and then having the connection, right? Unless you have a direct effect on the company itself, you shouldn't be paid, right? Unless, your skill is so vast that you increase shareholder equity, you don't deserve to sit on the board. But yeah, so in my opinion, we have the greatest company and board of director and CEO in the world, in my opinion, right? Okay. There's only one. GME period. Yes. The financial tells the real story. GME is the best investment available in the market today. Reckoning is different from revenge. A reckoning is just getting justice for those who are were harmed. I see. Got it. I think they're just harming themselves. I know, I agree with that. I agree with you, Michael. But I think they're harming themselves because they can't lost, right? They think they could, again, delay the inevitable in order to try to convince people. It's like, oh, it's over, right? Think about it. How many people have left over here? It's like, all I see is downtrend. Oh my God, terrible company. Squeeze is done. Like, everything is done, man. Like, why are you making video on this company? It's like, well, all of the negative sentiment out there that is being placed in this company was unreal. A lot of sentiment, a lot of emotion. And you would have a lot of bots, I'm sure, right? That comes into Moran's live stream. And if you've been, watching Moran for a long time, you would understand, like, how many people have been kind of duped into thinking Jimmy is done. Short already closed, short's already, what is it, that guy, Windrop, right? I forgot. I had my video about that too. They came in and say, why you pick this type of company? It's a shitty company. Ryan Cohen doesn't do anything. Scott Allen of the world, right? Coming in saying, oh, this company is trash. It's like, Brian Cohen doesn't do anything for the company. Okay, well, I mean, he's adding another $1 billion to cash on hand to the company by raising, doing dilution right here. Dilution, a solution, smart, in order to do what? To expand company even further. That's the whole point of company who are, trading on the public state. The whole point is to get money from the public in order to, hopefully in exchange for the value of the company that they agree to pay for. So currently, and on paper right here, on paper, just so you know, this is the logical way to do things. So currently, somebody is paying for this much on average, obviously, $20.74 for the company to use this particular amount in order to do something with it, right? Hopefully it's going to be a good thing, right? We could only hope, but I have no doubt that that Ryan Cohen's going to use this money for a good, to expand the company in a long run. Is it going to be a flop? Well, it's remained to be seen. Is it going to be a failure? Well, it's remained to be seen. Currently, we don't know what it is yet. So let's refrain from speculation. And again, this is why I don't speculate. Okay, too much on how much money they're gonna raise. My thought is that they should wait a little bit here, but again, they might have done the deal already, and this is the amount that they need to get the deal happened very quickly. In time for the shareholder meeting, right? And so $20 is the amount that they're willing to pay for this particular stock at the current price, at the current situation. So hopefully this amount of money will, again, in the future, will bring more and more revenue to the company for decades to come, right? And so those naysayers who say GME would never increase their top line revenue, they are declining like crazy. They are doing nothing. Look, it used to be, last year it was $5 billion in sale. Now it's $4 billion in sale. Again, they're hyping it up, right? For you to like sell it now, or you're never gonna see your money back. But anyway, so for the other squeeze, of course, there's another one, BNet, right? Now, full disclosure, I did sell some cash secure put on this one. Or, I close it off right away for that run, right? But I'm not saying you cannot make money on this type of play, right? Again, but these are gamblers. I mean, gambling, right there. And there's a reason why they pin it to GME, like, oh, the next GME, right? No, this is not. That's beyond me. Sorry. BNet is Barnes and Noble. Where did it go? Yep. So yeah, these people are gonna pump, and again, these are traders, right? They're here to trade. Day trading, penny stocks, and the likes. And there's a lot of people could make money on penny stock, but most of them are gonna lose out because they usually get in at the wrong time at the top, and then they dump right away. Correcting over. So I guess they raised some money here. Is that true? I don't know. Again, I don't follow these company, so it might be true, but it's worth checking to see it for yourself, right? So maybe they doing the same playbook as Ryan Cohen. Who knows? But this is what happened here. Apparently, they raised some cash. But again, I haven't checked this yet. I have no intention to check this at all. I'm just saying, it's a reason why certain things is being pumped to you. You know what? Let's look at it real quick together here. I think I look at it briefly. Okay, still look. They're losing money there. Okay, so the float is really low there, so it's easy to pump it up in price. Institutional ownership. Omen C score under 3. That suggests a looming bankruptcy. They don't even make enough to cover their interest payment. That's a red flag. Look at the debt to that. 5 times the debt as its rec equity. Terrible, terrible. They're over leveraged, to say the least. Okay. And yeah, currently they're losing money there, right there. So, and of course, like, look, the analysts want you to hold. Sell GameStop, hold Barnes and Noble. Okay, got it. Appreciate your input over there. Okay. Cash flow positive. Okay, at least that. Net income. Okay, so, and then this is interest expenses. Okay, so if you look at, let's see, right here to here, so they don't make enough, and they lose money on the operational income as well. So the revenue is $1.5 billion right there, but then their operating income is $32 million loss. So I guess they lose less money, but if they raise some money there, they might have some runway. But yeah, I don't think they have much to go off of, right? Unless again they could sell right here. They could sell onto the run or some sort of raising money through the stock price appreciation. But hey, man, I don't know. I don't know if anybody got into this, but hopefully be careful, but don't mistake these type of company with GME. GME is different. So, all right, guys, I think I babble long enough. I need to go too. So I appreciate all of you coming in here, interacting with me. And yeah, be careful, be vigilant, and happy holidays. Happy Veterans Day. And, you know, if you're serving this country, appreciate you. And yeah, have a good one.